When I looked online at your slogan, it's time for a change. If you're elected sheriff, what is the first thing you change on day one?
Well, on day one, I plan to get the public involved in the fight against crime in Jacksonville.
Dr. Tony Cummings says solving Jacksonville's violent crime problem depends on building the public's trust in the sheriff's office. He says as sheriff, he would introduce a public accountability office at JSO.
Because that would allow the public a seat at the table when we're making those decisions on how to use that $500 million in taxes that they pay to secure their neighborhood and protect them and their children and their loved ones. I want them there to be able to have accountability and oversight over our operations.
He also believes there needs to be more transparency from JSO. If you had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being terrible, 10 being perfect, where would you put the sheriff's office relationship with the community right now?
I will put it at a 2.
That low?
And it is very low, and that's just being honest.
To boost that trust, he says he is also in favor of a civilian review board and supports community policing by investing in nonprofits, and he says keeping the officers community focused.
As your sheriff, I will, from day one, make my officers understand that the community is counting on you. They're counting on you in such a way that they're going to make sure they steer you in the right direction, help steer you in the right direction, because you are from them and you are a part of them. We're all in this together. And we don't want to lose sight of that as an organization.
As a Jacksonville native, husband, and father of 2 young women, he says violent crime is fracturing our community and tarnishing the image of Jacksonville. But worst of all, each murder brings pain to families.
I never lose track that those numbers are human beings. That's someone's loved one over there on Jefferson Street at the medical examiner's office. I want those numbers down.
Which is why he says he is running to be Jacksonville's next sheriff.
None of this will take place unless you have a sheriff that opens the door for these reforms to take place. And reform in the sheriff's office is not defunding the sheriff's office. I am not for defunding the sheriff's office. I am for the people having a say in the resources that they pay for to drive down this violent crime element out of our city, and we're going to do just that.
Katie Jeffries, First Coast News, on your side.